Sears and Roebuck.
Sears and Roebuck. Blake really didn't. Oh, he just had the squirrel up there for me. Blake, you really didn't know a whole lot. You when we said it, you didn't know about the Roebuck part. You knew about Sears.
Yes, because like the Sears I think about is like the abandoned 2-story one that's at the that was at the Avenues Mall. Not necessarily like I don't know about the second half of the name.
Okay. Well, we had a Sears here in town too.
Yeah.
But
where the church is at now, I think.
Yeah, but that was more like that was more like the appliance like side of things. It didn't have like the clothing, the appliances. Like it wasn't like the giant like superstore.
It wasn't
Sears
like your
and
whole
Roebuck-
catalog.
Sears and Roebuck was like the Amazon before there was Amazon.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So I give credit to Wile E. Coyote for creating Amazon because of Acme.
Yeah.
You know, because he got that crap in a hurry.
It was over, and it was instant.
That's the only delivery company I know better than Amazon right now.
But actually, there's going to be a new Wile E. Coyote movie where he actually sues Acme for.
Does he do his own stunt? Oh, great! We got a woke Wiley. So.
No, he's just bummed that none of this stuff worked.
False information.
Oh no, it worked.
Sort of.
He just didn't know how to operate.
Right. It just landed on him.
Wiley's not the kind of guy who reads instructions.
No.
So
no.
And the Roadrunner, you know, I was disappointed when I saw the actual size of a real Roadrunner.
You're teeny.
Yeah, they're like this tall.
Yeah.
All right. I thought they were the same size as Wiley.
This is the Big Bird version.
And aardvarks do not walk on 2 legs, and neither do coyotes.
No.
But Roadrunners do.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of lies in my childhood.
Well.
All right, Sears and Roebuck.
All right. There was a railway agent named Mr. Sears, Richard W., who was working in Minneapolis and St. Louis Railway. And in 1886, somebody had ordered a whole bunch of gold watches, and then the person refused delivery. So he had a brilliant idea, and he said, I'm going to buy them. And he bought them and then turned around and sold them to all the other railway agents up and down the line at a profit. And that was his first dip into this. And then a couple years later, he moved to Chicago and partnered with Alva C. Roebuck, a self-taught Hammond, Indiana watchmaker. And Sears and Roebuck was founded. 1888, think about this, 1888, Sears issued the first catalog, a thin mailer that featured only watches and jewelry. He claimed the lowest prices on earth. He was a huckster, but he started selling everything else, like buggies, bicycles, firearms, baby carriages, and more, including heroin. Their big book was the Amazon of the Victorian Age, and it was really the first point-to-point, you order it and we'll deliver it to you, including houses.
Yeah, that's what I was pulling up floor plans of Sears and Roebuck's houses when we started this, because my friend Stetson, his house was a Sears and Roebuck house that he put together himself. It was a kit.
I'm sure he unfortunately added on to it, or fortunately for him, but if not, there's quests out there.
It was pretty small.
Yeah, but there's quests out there to find original Sears and Roebuck houses.
Yeah.
That haven't been, altered.
His wasn't altered that much.
Yeah, okay. Well,
his wasn't altered that much, so.
But it was wild.
It's at Lake Beluthahachie Park.
Okay.
So, okay.
Have to get up there and check it out. They opened their first brick and mortar store in 1925, and it became the nation's largest retail chain. And then they started Die Hard brand, Kenmore, and Craftsman. And in 1973, the Sears Tower in Chicago, which was the company's headquarters, was the tallest building in the world. Now, in 1993, Sears stopped the production of their big book catalog. The skyscraper in 2009 went from the Sears Tower to become the Willis Tower. And in 2018, unfortunately, they declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So it was really tough because it was great. There were Sears and Roebucks all over the place. And then, and the famous joke was, the catalog was so big that people would nail it to the wall inside the outhouse and use the pages as toilet paper.
Yeah, that's what my dad did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like, they got their shoes from there, and then they got one pair of shoes a year, and then the Sears and Roebuck became like their toilet paper.
Yeah.
So.
The catalog itself became, insulation in walls. It was newsprint. It didn't leave lint if you wanted to clean a window. Like if you use paper towel, your windows don't get as clean as if you use newspaper.
Exactly.
So that's
like if you're having a baby out in the crazy world, newspaper is one of the most sterile things you can use.
Yep.
So, no, but it's funny because you mentioned the houses, and I was over here looking them up.
And as a kit.
And the kit I saw, it was like $793 for the house.
Yeah.
It was like a 800 square foot house. I mean,
well, that was good time in that back then. Yeah. People needed homes. They should probably go back to that now for some of the unhoused.
Yeah. No.
Believe me, 19th century, after the Civil War, there were a lot of Civil War veterans that were hooked on morphine.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was sold at drugstores and people could get syringes and opiate themselves, but the epidemic was sweeping the country. So Bayer, the Swiss company that makes aspirin,
Bayer's Swedish?
I think so.
Wait,
there's a story out there that's not true about World War II, saying that Bayer was created out of Nazi Germany, which was not true. Yeah. It was well before that. It goes back to like the 1890s, I believe.
Exactly.
1898 or something like that.
You can check that for us, Blake, but I'm pretty sure Bayer's is a Swiss company. I may be mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It happens once every blue moon.
I'm pulling up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bayer's headquartered in Germany.
Yeah, I think that's where it might be now, but but there's a story about it. It
definitely
predated.
Yeah.
It definitely predated World War II. I saw the
Bayer,
little.
Hold on. Bayer AG was founded as a dye stuff factory in 1863 in Barmen, Germany, by Frederick Bayer and his partner Jonathan Friedrich as a.
Was Germany a country in 1863?
Might have been part of the.
Can you check when Germany officially became Germany?
Germany, yeah.
Because it had to be around that time. So, because everyone thinks Germany's been around. The German people have been around forever, but the country of Germany has not been around as long as people believe.
Right.
So
you go back to Otto von Bismarck and those guys there. It was part of the Ottoman, not the Ottoman, the Habsburg, I want to say.
Let's see.
But be that as it may, Blake, they started. Bayer said they have something much better than morphine, and it was heroin. And they claimed it was far less addictive. So it was billed as the antidote to morphine dependency. And it also purportedly had the added benefit of healing the lungs, allowing patients suffering from breathing disorders, asthma or bronchitis or chest infection to finally find relief. Yeah, I'm sure they slept well. Sears sold 2 vials of heroin for $1.50, which would be $50 worth today. The company even threw in syringes, 2 needles, and a heroin carrying kit. So that was pretty neat, but, talk about over-the-counter.
Yeah, and they continued to do that up until shortly after World War I think.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of the World War I guys coming back. There was a character in something Empire, Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire, yeah.
That was getting heroin, delivered that way.
Yep. So they did the houses from 1908 to 1940, mail-order homes being their modern homes catalog. Prices started at $107, which is about $3,500 today, for the aptly named 107, to $3,500, which is more than $113,000 today, which is still not a bad price for a house, for the Saratoga. Mm-hmm. The flush toilets were a luxury in that one.
All right, 1871 is Germany? When it became unified.
Okay.
So that's why I think a lot of people would be shocked by that. Germany is, as a country, is actually younger than the United States as a country.
Yeah.
Being recognized and unified.
Yeah. And,
I mean, the German people have been around, since.
Well, same thing with Italy, too.
Forever.
Until Garibaldi came along, Italy was a bunch of duchies.
Yeah. So basically, it basically kind of like you still had like the region of like Germany, but you didn't have like the country of Germany, but
exactly.
But it was also kind of like the Holland to the Netherlands in a way.
Yeah. Holland is just like a province within the Netherlands, and a lot of people think it's the same. It's not the same.
And no, Picasso, we're still not taking your answer today.
Yeah, I still didn't accept it.
Harsh.
I still didn't accept it. It was in the second half. I would have accepted it in the first round. So, all right. So it was $1.50. Is that what you said?
The heroin was,
$1.50.
Yeah.
Wow.
For 2 doses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
absolutely
cheaper than coffee today.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
But
and it's not quite as good for you.
Then they also tried. Then they were selling the Heidelberg electric belt for $18. Men could strap on the battery-powered Heidelberg electric belt, complete with a sack suspensory. Yeah, hold up your sack. I guess it was a variation of a jock. Have their fertility restored. Electricity claimed to cure everything from impotence to indigestion. And the suspensory encircle the organ, carries vitalizing, soothing current direct to these delicate nerves and fibers. Strengthen and enlarge this part of the most wonderful manner. $18 will bring you health and strength, vigor, manliness, and happiness. A bigger measure for your money.
They also sold to women utensils for vapors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what that was? Yeah. Like, do you know what what I mean by that?
To prevent female hysteria.
Wait, I was letting him.
I know.
Let me talk, Lenny.
Don't get. What is
I didn't answer your question, buddy. Come on.
But I didn't want you to give him a clue on it, what it was. So.
Okay.
All right. Do you know what female vapors is?
Female vapors. It's definitely not something like that's like absolutely dirty, right? Depends
on your view.
Women would get very anxious if they weren't sexually satisfied, and they would go to doctors that would manipulate the women.
Oh,
basically give them a O.
Yeah.
And then they'd feel better about it, and then they'd go back to their husbands, and that would get rid of their vapors.
Yeah.
So
that's the evolution of vibrators.
Yeah, and that's how the doctors were getting so busy. The vibrator was created, and that's what Sears would sell.
Yeah.
Sell utensils for female vapors.
So the doctors were very busy, huh?
Yeah, well,
these guys were. It was a hell of a specialization.
Yeah. So
basically, like the doctors were acting like the milkmen delivering the milk.
Well, sometimes the milkman helped with the vapors too.
Exactly.
So, what's that joke? The guy goes to the fortune teller. Your dad's going to die tomorrow, and the next morning,
milkman's dead.
Next morning, the kid comes down and sees his dad alive, and he's like, that ridiculous fortune teller didn't know anything. Goes out to get the milk. Milkman's laying on the porch. So.
You could also get a tombstone from Sears.
And apes are not grape color. Oh, no. I'm not so sure about that one. So.
And they sold guns right up until 1968.
Yeah.
And that was interesting because talk about good deals. You could buy a Remington 22 for $17.95 for $18.
My dad's 22 was a Remington. It's a single shot Remington that I'm pretty sure he got from Sears.
Okay, for $18. It's about $221 today.
Yeah.
You get a Browning automatic for $79 instead of $966 today, and a Winchester for $98 as opposed to $1,200 today.
Yep.
So they were very, very functional. They really did help a lot of people. If you were near a train line, you were getting anything you needed from them.
Yep.
And they started on the train lines.
Yep. So that's pretty well.
And now there's one surviving Sears store in California. I think they're down to about 20 nationwide.
I wonder if my grandfather's watch, because I have my grandfather's watch, Papa's watch, and it has a train on it. I wonder if it's a Sears and Roebuck watch.
That's interesting.
So I wonder. I'll have to look at it a little bit closer and get it checked out.